Okay, guys, what is up? Exciting news in the EV space this week. Yesterday, GMC announced their entry into the electric pickup truck world. It is the GMC Sierra Denali Edition 1. Of course, it's going to be expensive, but this video, we're just going to react to what they've got to say. So here we go.
Imagine this. A globally recognized premium truck brand sets out to develop a new all-electric truck. They set audacious goals up front. They wanted a truck with a 400-mile range on a full charge. And when it's time to charge, that truck would get up to 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes at a 350-kilowatt DC fast charging station.
Off the top of my head, I think they're the first EV to advertise charging that quick, 100 miles in 10 minutes. That's pretty impressive.
On top of that, it would have to have next-level horsepower and torque, incredible versatility, superb ride and handling. They make huge leaps in design and technology with an eye on completely disrupting the whole industry and setting a new bar in premium trucks.
Is Will Arnett going to do this entire thing? I'd be surprised if he did.
Picture it? Check this out. How cool is that? This truck knows how to greet me like a trusted companion who's jacked with muscle, loaded with tech, and is just damn good looking.
Okay, so they showed us it's going to have that flex tailgate, but also, I think we just saw the midgate as well.
This is the first ever 2024 GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1. Today is yet another turning point for the brand. With the launch of this first ever Sierra EV, GMC is the first and only brand in the industry with 3 EV truck entries. The Hummer EV pickup is available now. The Hummer EV SUV will be available in early 2023.
That looks so good.
And this beautiful Sierra EV Denali is expected to arrive in early 2024. And while this truck is everything you've come to know and love about the Sierra...
Okay, early 2024. So while that may make you want to tune out, it's important to have it on your radar this early so that when reservations go live, you already know if you want it or not, because you have to be first in line for something like this if you want to get one anytime soon.
Sierra name, it is so much more. Leveraging the same Ultium platform developed for the Hummer EV, GMC takes it to the next level with the Sierra EV Denali that provides some big benefits compared to, say, a retrofit of an existing gas-powered truck platform. The ground-up EV...
Okay, shots directly fired at Ford there, because as we know, they tried to fit an EV into the body of the existing F-150, which every other brand is making it seem like they had to make compromises in order to do that. But all these other ground-up EV trucks are built around the battery, which has some advantages. So GM's patting themselves on the back there for that one.
Pickup architecture enables performance and capabilities that would not be possible with a conventional pickup. It's a bold and revolutionary new player that in many ways outperforms...
That shot was fake, for sure. Let's see it again.
With the conventional pickup. It's a bold and revolutionary new player that in many ways outperforms trucks of the past. And Denali is just the beginning. There will be additional trims too as GMC rolls out the broader lineup in the months and years to come. This is the Sierra EV Denali from GMC. Truly premium, incredibly capable, and all electric. Visually, Sierra EV Denali's design speaks to the boldness and function of a truck. But everywhere you look, it's modern and premium and points to a new direction. The first thing you'll notice is the lighting. GMC's latest exterior LED technology, programmed with a signature animated choreography. The same goes for the exterior design. GMC created a truck that looks like a truck with a familiar profile. The front end looks confident, and the front fascia makes a strong first impression. It's modern and clean, and it's a sign of things to come for GMC. Sierra EV's integrated battery...
For some reason, something about this truck is giving me Honda Ridgeline, like design cues. Something about the bed or like the slant of the B pillar. I don't know. It's giving me ridgeline.
Battery structure allowed their designers to be more expressive when they sculpted these full front-to-back body sides. And the gloss black details give it a premium, technical appearance. The scale is impressive. The profile is fresh, modern, and strong. And it's a nod toward GMC's future. Customers get a truck that exudes innovation, but with the capability that comes.
I mean, it looks good, obviously. The front end, though, I feel like EV brands are trying to do so much with the front end lighting. Like, you look at the Cadillac Lyriq, and I don't know, some of it seems over the top, but, you know, if you want it to look premium, I get what they're going for.
Comes with an established truck brand. You'll also get classic GMC versatility served up in innovative ways, like this multi-pro tailgate, which GMC introduced and made available across the Sierra lineup. That's cool. Our friends have a visitor, and it happens to be 14-time world champion windsurfer Sarah Kita Afringa. Looks like the three of them are headed from their desert home to the ocean to rip some waves. Windsurfing boards like these can be more than 8.5 feet long. That makes Sierra EV Denali's innovative cargo storage a great help on their journey to the Pacific. The Sierra EV Denali's multi-pro midgate is big news, a first for GMC. It changes everything about the ways you can haul your stuff.
So we saw that on the Silverado EV as well. But if the Silverado has taught us anything, I'm pretty sure that flex midgate is only available on the top trim. So the Sierra, the GMC Sierra EV, I think it's going to have 3 trims. I'd be very surprised if we saw it on the lower 2. That might just be reserved for that top trim Denali.
And it's made possible by the clean sheet approach to the EV pickup platform. I'll come back to that in a moment.
And that frunk looks absolutely copy and pasted from the Silverado. Not that that's a bad thing. They just look identical in terms of shape and maybe even size.
Now that our friends are close to getting on the road, let's look at the stunning new premium interior they're about to experience. The thoughtful work GMC put into the design of this interior jumps out at you as soon as you open the door. It redefines the premium professional grade.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're seeing cues from the Hummer, which makes sense because they're from the same manufacturer family. However, that middle screen, it's portrait, which again, that jumps out at me. It reminds me of the Ford Lightning, but most importantly, that physical volume knob that's like glued on the bottom middle. Just, I mean, we've seen this, like, you look at a Rivian and a lot of their infotainment cues you can tell have come from Tesla or drew inspiration from Tesla. Definitely seeing that here with that volume knob. Like, you can't look at that and not think Ford Lightning. Okay.
Standard, and it makes a long trip to the coast all the more enjoyable. Instantly, you notice the panoramic fixed glass roof. It gives you an open air ambience and increases the headroom. The glass is tinted and features ultraviolet and infrared coatings to help keep the cabin comfortable. You're greeted by special 3D graphics. GMC designers wanted the cabin to feel...
Actually, okay, we missed something there. Panoramic glass roof. It seems like everyone is moving away from conventional powered sunroof. So I wonder, is that going to be like an antiquated feature here in the next 5 years? I mean, have we all just agreed that fixed panoramic glass roofs are better? You know, I mean, obviously you get a better view, but also you're getting the added headroom. The only real con I've heard is that your interior can get hot if left in the sun, but it seems like GMC has said they've addressed this.
Handcrafted with a high attention to detail. It starts with this luscious expanse of open pore wood. You can feel the grain, and the sleek lines in the instrument panel stretch the visual width of the truck. The console is spacious with several tiers of storage. Every inch of this interior has been curated with attention to detail, right down to the wireless phone charger up front beneath a seamless panel of grain-matched wood. Black accents tie in the gloss black touches on the exterior. And Galvano Chrome, with its elegant, subtle, bright finish, accents the all-black interior of the Denali.
Yeah, so I mean, they're showing you all the premium touches, and so if you're looking at the lower trim, like the chrome and the wood, probably won't be there. But still, interesting choices for a pickup truck. I mean, Denali, though, has always carried that it's going to feel like a luxury vehicle while also being capable as a truck.
Look at the way this touchscreen is precisely integrated into the instrument panel. This is the first use of a free-form 16.8-inch diagonal touchscreen display in a GMC vehicle. And the screen is centered within reach of the driver and passenger and fully customizable.
I wonder why they point that out. Why are they pointing out that it's centered between the passenger and the driver? Like, aren't most EVs doing that? I don't know. Isn't that kind of implied?
The touchscreen offers a user-friendly experience where icons can be organized just like on a smartphone. The screen can also be split to operate up to 3 apps simultaneously.
Okay, that is cool, because I think one of the big complaints with even these newer EV infotainment user interfaces is they'll do what they can do very well, but you can't customize a lot. Like even on the Lightning, you can only have something on the left 60% of the screen and then something on the right 40%. So cool that they're showing you can put multiple things. I know on the top trims of the Lightning you can put little customizable cards at the bottom for activities, but it doesn't really get into how many like multitasking things you can see at once. So this does look like a cool feature for sure.
And with GM's Ultify vehicle software platform, new features, apps, and experiences can be downloaded over the air to truly make the truck your own. GMC designers and engineers are experts at making trucks easy and intuitive to use. Like these climate controls and this volume knob that customers often prefer to use without looking or with gloves on.
So, I mean, they're clearly appealing to like whoever's going to use this truck maybe for work or on a construction site. You've got it's cold, you've got the gloves on, you don't want to be fidgeting with the touchscreen. So kudos to GMC for putting physical buttons there. I feel every truck buyer is going to prefer that to a touchscreen exclusive interface.
The blending of physical and digital is a particularly nice touch. Drivers are going to be thrilled with the level of access they have to critical information. A 14-inch diagonal multicolor head-up display and an 11-inch diagonal reconfigurable driver information center give you excellent command and control.
Very cool that they have both, but something Larry Lynch pointed out is I feel like a lot of that info could be redundant. Like maybe they're putting turn-by-turn directions on the heads-up display, and they're putting your speed on that 11-inch display, the screen. So interesting to see what could they show you on one that you can't see on the other.
GMC prioritized functionality based on feedback from customers. You have the flexibility to dig deeper when you want to, and the option to simplify when you just want to drive. If the instrument panel gives you a sense of width, the doors give you a sense of front-to-back expansiveness. You'll find premium details everywhere. Check out this etched stainless steel on the precisely engineered speaker grills and the perforated accents on the doors. And take a look at the seats. The Denali logo embroidery and fabric piping are exquisite, and the premium quilting pattern is uniquely GMC. Rear seat passengers are going to really enjoy the amount of cavernous, uninterrupted...
Okay, this just popped into my head. Is it not going to feel weird to be sitting in the back seat and have like open up to the cargo space right next to you in a situation like this? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be any different than having a window open, but I don't know, that just feels... That's going to be a unique experience for any backseat passengers that you have.
Interrupted legroom. And that's another benefit of the new Ultium electric pickup architecture. This interior is sleek, bold, luxurious, and high-tech. For GMC, it's leading the way forward for what premium trucks are and should be. For decades, a truck has been defined by two separate spaces.
See, like that angle right there, I am seeing ridgeline, and I don't know why.
The cabin up front for passengers and the box in back for cargo. These two spaces have now merged to create all kinds of new cargo carrying options. Sierra EV Denali has rewritten the book on versatility. Earlier, you saw how the MultiPro tailgate extends the load floor and increases functionality. But wait, there's more. This is the first ever GMC Multi-Pro midgate. An innovative feature that literally opens up an unprecedented amount of capacity and flexibility for the truck. The rear seat back, Multi-Pro midgate fold flat into the floor, extending the truck bed by more than 3 feet. You can fold both seats down, giving...
Okay, one, shout out to Will. He made that look so easy. You know, he did half of it without even looking. A really cool feature, obviously. But what jumps out to me is that latch. Let me see. Will it show the mouse? It won't. That latch that holds the seat in place, it kind of juts up out of the floor. So, I mean, you've got a perfectly flat load floor all the way up to what's right behind the front seat. You've got that weird little bump there. Probably won't be an issue, especially if you're doing what the people in the video are doing, like hauling canoes and stuff. But just interesting. I hadn't noticed that until just now.
Giving you the full width. And for extra sized loads, or if you just want better access to the entire bed, the rear glass can be removed and securely stowed away. The 60/40 split seat gives you multiple gear hauling configurations that were never available before.
Really cool that you can remove the glass. I wonder, you know, you've got like the Toyota 4Runner, and you've got, and I think the Tundra does it as well, where you can roll down that back window. So I wonder if you're really into an open air experience, if you could keep the back seats up but remove that window. I don't know, on a sunny day. It sounds crazy, but I mean, you've got Jeep people that ride around without, you know, a top or doors. So if you're into that, I wonder if that would be an option.
Combined with the load stop on the Multi-Pro tailgate, you can extend your usable storage area up to 10 feet 10 inches.
Okay, that's insane.
And when that 60% seat back is folded down and the 40% left in place, you have room for a rear seat passenger.
But here's something, just another thing that's jumping out at me. They keep showing the 60% down and the 40% up. It makes me wonder, I think you can either have the 60% down, or both sides down. I don't think you can put the 40% down. Based on, it looks like there's a flap that interlocks, probably to make it waterproof, but we'll see.
Whatever your passion is, or wherever your weekend adventures take you, GMC has you covered. Power open the e-trunk, and you'll find enough lockable, weatherproof storage for your gear and valuables.
So they are putting a line in the sand and deciding they are not going to call this a frunk.
And with 2 drains, it's even a great place to store a wetsuit after a long day at the beach. With the glass in place, an optional tonneau cover adds lockable, weatherproof storage to keep cargo protected from the elements. That's a crazy amount of storage. And it's all thanks to the Ultium EV architecture, which has taken Sierra's versatility to some incredible...
Whoa, that was cool. We got to watch that again.
...new places. EV architecture, which has taken Sierra's versatility to... all thanks to the Ultium EV architecture, which has taken Sierra's versatility...
So it, like, they overlap. You've got these 2 flaps that overlap and slide into place when the seat is up. That's pretty cool. It actually reminds me of what Rivian is doing with their truck bed. When you put that tailgate down, there's a flap that covers the space between. Interesting.
To some incredible new places. Sierra EV Denali is every bit a GMC pickup. That means a truck capable of hauling, forwarding, getting you to the trailhead, and of course, towing. Everything you would expect from GMC's proven professional-grade capabilities. This Sierra EV Denali offers groundbreaking range and incredible power. Along with 400 miles of range, it produces 754 horsepower and 785 pound-feet of torque, with an available towing capacity of up to 9,500 pounds. It's the type of capability our EV customers would need if they were to, say, make a trip from the beach and head up to the mountains with their ATVs. The Sierra EV Denali handles the grades and elevation changes effortlessly.
So now that they're getting into towing, that's been one of the big complaints on Rivians and Lightnings, you know, the electric pickup trucks that are actually on the road. But as the unladen range of an electric truck goes up, the towing range also goes up. And so I feel like this and the Silverado are the first trucks that are going to start to mitigate that. And now, yes, you're going to be cutting your range in half when you tow, but I mean, you're still going to get 200 miles, which just sounds so much more reasonable. That's almost double what people are seeing with their Ford Lightnings.
Down the road, GMC will offer a variety of trims, price points, and max towing capacities, just like they always have. This is just the beginning. Sierra EV Denali can give customers even more control over the driving experience through a number of drive modes. From normal mode to tow haul to off-road and even a customizable My mode, customers can adjust steering, suspension, propulsion sound, and power settings tailored to the driving conditions.
They may have that on the Hummer, but I mean, definitely unique that they're giving customers, drivers, the opportunity to create their own drive mode. I mean, that's not something that we're hearing from Ford yet, or maybe Rivian is doing that. Still very cool.
Finally, check out Max Power Mode. A thrilling amount of EV torque lets you go 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds, making this the quickest factory Sierra ever.
Yeah, interesting that they had left out sport mode originally, but then they kind of circled back. They are going to have the fun 0 to 60 mode.
Drive modes are made possible in part by an air ride adaptive suspension that can bring the vehicle to optimal ride height and provide a confidence-inspiring and comfortable ride when fully loaded or unloaded. It's continually optimizing the ride for the best possible experience. An EV can take driver control to new levels. Consider this feature called
One thing they don't mention, though, is how much control is the driver going to have over the suspension, because as we know, the Rivian, you can basically tell the truck, do you want to be in off-road mode cranked all the way up, or do you want to be in sport mode cranked all the way down? So interesting, they didn't touch on whether or not the driver's going to have control over that suspension.
One pedal drive. When it's on, you can lift your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle slows to a stop. The battery is designed to regenerate during normal deceleration or when you're coasting, especially downhill. This truck is equipped with a feature that takes that capability a step further.
Another thing jumping out at me, you can tell they are still clawing for first-time EV buyers, because, you know, a big portion of this video is them educating non-EV owners on what some of these features are. So interesting to see that, I mean, they're fighting with every other brand over first-time EV buyers here.
Variable regen on demand. This paddle puts the driver in control of how much stopping power and how much regenerative power they get. The more you pull the paddle, the more deceleration and the more regen on demand. When it's time to...
So to me, that sounds like what the Ioniq is offering, where you've got the paddles to kind of tune in how much regen you're comfortable with. I wish they had that on the Lightning, because when I test drove the Lightning, I was not used to it, and it was very aggressive, and I wished I could tune it, but it was binary. Either it's on or it's off. So nice to see that, again, they're catering to people that haven't owned an EV yet.
To go hands-free,
which is good.
There's Super Cruise driver assistance technology. Super Cruise is the first true hands-free driving assistance technology for travel on over 400,000 miles of compatible roads in the U.S. and Canada.
That light in the steering wheel is sweet.
For fully automatic lane changes, Super Cruise technology determines the best time to pass a slower vehicle and executes the lane change, keeping the driver informed each step of the way. When you're trailering, Super Cruise technology comprehends the additional mass of the trailer and adjusts the vehicle's speed through curves or the following distance behind another vehicle. I think about how far the Sierra EV Denali has come during our journey, and I'm blown away. When you combine its 400-mile range and power with these smart new technologies, this truck will raise your expectations. But we're not done. Sierra EV has power to spare.
Boom.
Its off-board power system enables even more amazing possibilities. Power Station Pro is an available system that enables your Sierra EV Denali's inverter to work as a backup power source. So when your buddy, award-winning photographer Cyril Yazbits, wants to charge up his gear after a day of off-roading, the Sierra EV Denali's Power Station Pro is the ideal solution.
It is cool that they're incorporating the Hummer into this Sierra announcement video. It's like Big Brother, Little Brother, kind of. But it's also interesting to see all these different EV truck brands trying to come up with new, exciting, unique ways to basically offer similar features. So like Ford calls it Pro Power on Board, Sierra is calling it Power Station Pro. It's just interesting to see how they each try to rebrand it and tweak it just a little bit.
With the available accessory power bar, the truck has up to 10 power outlets, both 120 and 240 volt options.
But, so they say 10 outlets. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure the Lightning has 7. But this is with an accessory. So they don't really highlight how many outlets you're getting without this accessory add-on.
This Sierra EV Denali can also offboard 10.2 kilowatts of AC power. That's a lot of juice. You can lend a charge to another EV. And when the unexpected hits, the Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 has the ability to power your home's essential devices when properly equipped for up to 21 days.
So when properly equipped with, you know, a big switch to turn your house off from the grid and all that, but 21 days. That's incredible. I think the highest number we heard from Ford with the Lightning is just a week. And that's if you only power essential stuff, you know, your refrigerator. So 21 days is still a huge leap, even though they kind of put the asterisk there with essential appliances.
With a range of 400 miles, this Sierra EV Denali can provide our couple with the confidence to travel from their home in the desert to the ocean, to the mountains, and finally into Los Angeles for a night out on the town, even after lending off-board power to their friend. And they still have range remaining. Amazing. Now that they're in the city, they're experiencing even more benefits of the Ultium vehicle architecture. In addition to a roomier interior, GMC used the structure of the battery pack as a stiffening element of the vehicle, which means it enables the similar levels of payload, capability, and durability that you've come to expect from a Sierra Denali pickup, now in an all-electric package. Tack on improved drivability, ride and handling, a lower center of gravity, and you've got more confident driving feel, improved dynamics, and overall better performance. Case in point, Sierra EV Denali features 4-wheel steer. When taking a corner at low speeds, you'll feel the tighter turning circle as the rear wheels turn in the opposite direction of the front wheels, which means this truck can confidently navigate tighter situations. And 4-wheel steer enables Crab Walk, a GMC exclusive diagonal drive feature that was first introduced on the GMC Hummer EV. At low speeds, Crab Walk turns the rear wheels at the same angle as the front wheels, allowing diagonal movement of the vehicle.
Not to get nitpicky here, but even that graphic, he says it turns all the wheels at the same angle. But I could swear when TFL EV did a hands-on with the Hummer and they tried Crab Walk, they highlighted that the front wheels turn, but the back wheels are turning the same direction, but not at the same angle. So you kind of get this weird rotation as you're creeping forward. So I don't know if they fixed that for the Sierra EV or... Because even that graphic... Sorry, I have to go back. Let me switch. Here we go. Play.
The same angle the Hummer EV.
You can see that the front wheels, you've got this red, it's highlighting what angle the wheel is, and it looks smaller back here. So I'm nitpicking now, but just something to be aware of. You have to give them credit though, because when people saw Crab Walk on the Hummer, they asked themselves, when would I ever use this? I have to admit, they're doing a good job of showing you a real-world application here when 99% of owners will use this very, very rarely.
At low speeds, Crab Walk turns the rear wheels at the same angle as the front wheels, allowing diagonal movement of the vehicle. The Sierra EV Denali has it all. True premium truck capability in an all-electric package. With an EV, you can leave the house.
This also just jumped out at me, but the charge port location, they put it where like a gas tank door would be, whereas the Lightning puts it up towards the front driver door. But it just is another example of all these EVs have not agreed on where a charge port door can or should be. And so, you know, there are videos out there of EV owners having trouble backing into a charging station because, you know, if it's not set up or the cord isn't long enough to reach around the truck. So just add it to the long list of places you can put an EV charge door.
Every morning on full. Once you're underway, you can use available Google built-in compatibility with Google Maps to identify a charging station near your destination, and the vehicle automatically prepares itself for charging.
So built-in Google Maps is nice without Android Auto, I guess.
The My GMC app is your virtual assistant when it comes to monitoring your vehicle.
Okay, so we've got charging status, we've got alarm control, lock, unlock, and it looks like you can kind of precondition your cabin if you live in a colder climate.
Vehicles charge and sending alerts when you need them. Connect this truck to a 350 kilowatt DC fast charging station and you'll get up to 100 miles of range in 10 minutes.
That still blows me away.
Sierra EV Denali has the best fast charge capability in the EV truck segment. No other competitor can do this.
They're not lying.
It's really the perfect vehicle to take windsurfing, to trailer your ATVs up to the mountains. And if you're connected like these two, enjoy dinner with their friend, farm-to-table devotee and environmentalist May Lin.
Who is this couple that knows all these famous people?
Look, I'm sold. This Sierra EV Denali is the can-do anything truck. GMC has done a phenomenal job of raising the bar for full-size pickups. It's a true GMC with the capability and technology that enables customers to elevate practically all aspects of their lives. The GMC Sierra EV Denali, with its new EV pickup architecture, was crafted to provide incredible range, power, technology, versatility, and premium design. A truck with no excuses, nothing held back, and it unlocks the full potential of what a modern truck can be.
Interesting. So, things that jump out at me. If you go to their website, you'll see that there are 3 trims. Base trim is called Elevation. No price listed, but MKBHD said that when he talked to GMC, they said around $50,000, which is, you know, a year ago I would have said that's too expensive, but now that the Ford Lightning Pro is at that price, I think that's competitive and realistic. Then there's going to be a middle trim, which actually looks off-road focused, AT4. And then the top trim, which is the Denali, which is the only truck we saw in this video. Now, on their website, you can join a wait list for the Denali trim, or you can sign up for updates. Again, MKBHD shared that they're going to start with the Denali in 2024 and then work their way down to the lower trims. So it will be a long wait, but you have to tune in now. That way you are first in line when they accept reservations for that Elevation trim. So first impressions, looks like a cool truck, but it's easy to put it on the back burner because it's not going to be here for a while. Hope you learned something in this video. Be sure to subscribe if you want more EV news. See you guys.